Works? Okay. All right, everybody. Hi. Welcome to March's PTC meeting. Just in case any of you don't know my name yet, I'm Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi, Nicole. All right. So on your tables, there is a copy of the meetings from the minutes from last month's meeting. They're also posted on the website every month right after the meeting, usually within the first week. I just need a motion. And a second. Thank you, Jennifer and Rochelle. All right. Brandon, do you have a treasurer report for this month?
Yes, I do. Our general PTC account has $12,652.46. Do you want to do the popcorn update?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Popcorn, as of the last group of new students, we have $4,871.33 that our popcorn fundraiser has made for us.
Perfect. Yay. All right. So we'll jump straight on that to the rest of our old business. New / old / super exciting business. Nicole, have some Eagle Run stuff for us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole. I hope you know that by now. So Eagle Run is imminent. It is on the 20th of April. That's a few Fridays from now. Packets will be going home soon to students so that they can raise money, and so there'll be an instruction sheet and a collection envelope. So that will be going home hopefully in a week or so, or within a week. Just waiting on to get it back from the printer, and so those will be going home for students. And if you are able to volunteer day of, please find me on Facebook. My name is Nicole Hauerwas, NicoleHauerwas. Friend me or send me a message. Let me know, hey, I can make it. If you don't know, and you won't know until the day of, just show up. We'll have a little volunteer sign-in at the hospitality tent, and we'll assign you to a station. And I think that's it. If there's something else and I remember later, I'll make Brandy give me back the internet, but thanks.
All right, so the next thing we have is our ballot for next year's officers, which Ms. Vidas is going to kind of go over for us today.
All right. Can you stand right here?
Yeah, 16 was our good square.
Okay, Miss Tracy Laurent couldn't be here tonight, so she asked me to speak about this, and she says, I would like to thank all of our members who took time to submit nominations for the 3 open officer positions for next year's board. The nominees were contacted, and we had positive conversations. Some declined for various reasons, but we're happy to help in other areas. So the nominees have accepted a position for the nominations are President Brandon Cooper, Secretary Jennifer Dunbar and C.D. Zeller, and Treasurer Laura Lee. And please note that we still have a nominee who is out of town on business and would like to give her the opportunity to accept. An official announcement will be posted on Facebook and the website next week. And at this time, we can also accept nominations from PTC members present at this meeting tonight. So is there anybody who would like to place a name on the ballot and has already obtained prior consent by the person you are nominating? So does anybody have any other names that they may want to submit? None? Okay. So the elections will be held at the April 17th meeting, our next month's meeting. And remember, if you are still interested in getting involved next year, we encourage you to do your research on the committees and step up as a committee chair next year. Thank you, Tracy Laurent.
Very, very exciting news. All right, so let's see, new business. We have some phase 2 playground stuff that we've got in the works. Brandon, do you or Denise want to go over that, or do you want me to do it? Or
Sure, I can go over.
good.
slowly but surely coming to fruition. We expect to have our final bids in tomorrow morning. Our plans are to have a whole new fitness structure. I have some pictures up here I can pass around. We'll have a whole new fitness structure towards the back of the playground, past those last swings and the tree lines out there. So that'll give the PE teachers their much needed and much requested pull-up bars and things that they need for their Presidential Fitness Awards. So they're getting those back. And in the front area where we have the big slide structure, we had previously built out in phase 1. There's a bunch of dead space there. We'll have an ADA structure going in there. It's called a reflex. It's almost like a bouncy balance beam of sorts where you could sit or walk or stuff. So that's
Is that like the one they have at Girard Park?
It is very much. It's the same one that they have at Girard Park. This will be a little bit longer. That'll be in that existing structure, as well as a maypole. It's it'll hold up to 10 kids, several hundred pounds. They can hang from it, and it kind of teeters and rotates and spins around. So it's kind of gravity fed. They can do that also. So that'll go in that existing structure out there.
Cool.
Expect to have those bids in tomorrow, and once Ms. Bedos gets on those, we can get that ball rolling. And once we get those in and we get approval, I'll have a better idea of the time frame for installation.
Can I see your picture?
Mm-hmm.
And we did just find out tonight that by the end of this week, our sign will be approved. It's going to go on the back part of next to the.
And they also said they should be working on it in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, great. So all of this is part of the sign and the phase 2 playground work. That's all part of our matching funds opportunity from LPSS. So we're doing everything we can to take as full advantage of that program as we can. So
I'm going to show the pictures to the video, and then I'm going to pass the book around so everybody else can see it too. All right. So this is all our cool bars. And here's our little maypole. That looks fun. And the wiggly snake guy is right here. Okay. All right, pass this around.
I know like the last meeting had brought up about the bike rack area.
right. So after a few of us had talked on the board and talked about that, the bike racks. I don't see that there's anything structurally wrong with the bike racks. I think what really needs to happen with the bike racks is that they need a good cleaning and painting. But I don't think that we thought that there was anything that needed to be changed on the bike racks.
And Casey volunteered to paint them. He was going to do it for Spruce Up Day, but with the weather it didn't work out. So once the weather's nice again, he volunteered to clean and paint them also.
Right, so, I mean, if it happens before the end of the year, or at least over the summer, we'll have, the Spruce Up Day, because we also have some more painting to do of some of the existing structures on the playground. So we'll have that. And, Denise, do you have the date?
Yes. The AT&T Pioneers is also coming back for, I think this is their 3rd attempt to get out here without rain. June 2nd, they will be out here, and they are doing a 20-foot by 30-foot map of the United States. And it's going to be on the back circle at the bottom of the teardrop. It'll basically span the whole bottom out there. They've tried to come out here several times, but we do have them on the books for the 2nd. If they need some help closer to that time, I'll probably send out if they're looking for some additional volunteers. But I think they pretty much have it under control. Or if we want to do another Spruce Up Day with scouts or anything like that, just be on the lookout.
Cool.
And hopefully this time, whether we'll cooperate.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Okay. All right. And then just the last little thing we wanted to mention is room parents, just to check with your teachers. Their Easter celebrations are scheduled for March 29th. So just say, stick your head in, see if they need any help with anything. Most of them have probably already expressed their need for help or sent home a paper about what they're sending in. But just to make sure. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Could you clarify when spring break is?
Down here at the bottom of your agenda, it's also posted online. So Easter break starts March 30th, which means there's no school on Good Friday, and the kids don't come back until April 9th. So they get a week and a day. All right. I know. Don't try to drop them off. Nobody will be here. Miss Urino, do you want to talk about your cool, super exciting news about your grant?
Yes.
Okay.
I put out a call or an email to PTC on Thursday, just asking people to maybe get rid of my little teacher appreciation gift at the end of the year and donating $5 towards this grant because we got matching funds. And it is totally funded. I don't know who all. I know Nicole gave some money, but it still needed $80 this morning, and now it's totally funded. So whoever contributed to that, thank you so much. I did not get any other names besides Nicole's on that, and I was just going to make a plea for money tonight. So that just worked out so awesome, and it always blows me away how quickly things get passed around and get done. It was matching funds from Verizon, so it was kind of cheaper to go this way. It was for one Chromebook. I guess I could talk about my other lab grants recently. Okay, we just got a Society of Petroleum Engineers grant, SPE grant. That reception was yesterday, and that was for earth science materials. And the other one that came in was the LSU Quality Science and Math grant, and that one was mostly for Connects kits, energy, forces, motions, and the gifted got some bridge kits for Connects kits out of it too. So lots of money coming in lately, which is good.
Okay. And then, Ms. Taylor, I hear you have some stuff about a cool program.
Speaking of grants. You might not want to follow me until I get up there. I'll go back and forth with it. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, so this was a grant that was funded by LEF, and it was a school grant. So it's basically a site-based license that provides a virtual reading log for all the students at Woodvale. And I've used it, and Ms. Kettinger have used it for probably about 3 years now, and it is really user-friendly even for little ones. So I thought what I would do is just log in to one of my students' accounts. Everybody has their very own name and password. So if you're not sure of it, you can ask your child's teacher or me, and I can get it for you. So basically, once you get to who's reading, it's very different from AR because the goal is not to necessarily just read and get points, but there is a choice that they can take tests on the books. So if you're a mom or dad at home that's reading with your child and you want them to be able to log on, this gives them very much park-like constructive response questions, and they can go, for example, this is Braylon. They get this little owl, and they get to earn coins for their owls. Braylon's very serious about his owl. They can buy things for them. They make noises. So the more they read and the more they respond, the more things that they can do for their little owl. And they have access to their little class tree. They can even buy houses. Most of my kids have bought houses. So, you know, and you can make your owl do tricks. Anyway, that's really not the point of the whole grant. But anyway, this is for me the selling point. But this is what they can do. Okay, so they go in, they have their very own bookshelf, just like AR would. And if they want to respond on a book, they can go to their class shelf, their bookshelf. And let's say they want to, look how many kids, all of these kids in my class obviously like Fly Guy. So they can go in and they can write a review on a book, they can do an activity. If you're a little kid, you can even put your answers on the microphone if you don't like to type. But what I like about it is that we're not grading handwriting right now, we're grading reading responses. So this allows kids to work on their keyboarding skills. In my classroom, I use it as a station. It's one of my daily 5 stations, but you can also use it with your kids at home. You can change the question. This one says, what did this book make you think or feel? Would your friends like to think or feel that too? Should they read this book? This is a review. So the goal is for them to respond to literature, nonfiction, fiction, and it gives them extra help and practice on how to do those constructive responses, which is really, I know it doesn't sound exciting for the parents, but for the kids it's really wonderful. And they have this other option, if I go to my home page for Braylon, if you were to log, if you wanted to, like, let's say, we just read this one as a class. He can say, I'm still reading it. He can log the reading every night and earn coins for that. He can also answer questions about the book, or he can start an exercise that the teacher's assigned. So all of this can be done in class or at home. There's access to it both ways. And I know it doesn't seem as exciting as what it is, but for me, it's exciting because it makes them read and it makes them want to type and respond to literature, nonfiction, fiction, and it gives them like little coins, and they also can do AR tests. So you can get a test on the book, which gets them ready if they want to come to school and take a real AR test on it. So you might not have your child necessarily not passing an AR test. So all of this was funded through LEF and the Pew Foundation, and they're going to be coming to visit tomorrow. So I'll be wearing jeans and crazy socks when they come tomorrow. But anyway, I digress. So every child does have a password and a username. So parents, this is just something that y'all can use at home with your children. This little handout, I have extras of those if anyone needs it in the viewing community. If you want to read a little bit more about the program and how to get in. It's a wonderful, wonderful little website. And some schools have replaced AR totally with it in other states. We're not doing that. We're just using it as a tool to accent AR. So we can thank the Pew Foundation for that.
And Ms. Taylor for writing it.
Yes.
And, well, yes, Ms. Taylor loves to write grants.
No, does every class have access to
They
this?
do, and
All
if you
students?
haven't received it, all you have to do is email me or call me at school. But your teachers were given a list of passwords that they have sent home, but you know, things don't always come home in my house. So you can always ask me or the teacher, and the teacher can get it for me. if you need to.
I've noticed, like, even last year, like, all her books that she read from first grade is even on there.
Yeah, you can, and you know, some teachers have used it more than 1 year, so it could be, but like all the books are in the system, and even if there's not a book in the system, like Make Money Have a Lemonade Stand was not in there. We added that book in there. So you can add your own books from home in there, any books that you want to respond to. And what it does is also for my class, there's a little bar, so if they're not typing enough, it'll stay red and it drives them crazy. They have to get it to green. So that means you have to have enough sentences, and you have to have, you know, it'll even correct your spelling for you. It'll even, I know, right? It'll even go in and say, look, you didn't use a capital letter. Did you mean to? If you correct it, I'll give you some more coins. So it'll make the child go back in and correct it. And for the little kids, I like it that it does have the microphone options. So if you have microphone capability at home, and it's a website, who'sreading.org, so you can get on it on a computer or an iPad or a tablet, any of those devices. You know, so just a little tool for home for anyone to use.
And we're going to have access to this next year as well?
We're going to try very, very hard to have access to it next year. Another good thing about this program is it does have a fundraising capability to do a readathon, and it's probably almost, I can't quote the profit, but I think it was, Ms. Vidas, do you remember the profit amount? The kids read and they log on the program, and I know they give almost all of it into a direct bank account for the school. So they do have a really good fundraising option, so I would like to explore that maybe next school year if we can still figure out how to make that work. I'll write more grants or whatever. So. But they'll visit tomorrow, so hopefully that visit goes well.
Ms. Taylor, can they use it over the summer?
I believe that the license will still be good over the summer. I'll double check with Brian and make sure the exact ending date. You know why it is? Because I think we started it in late fall, so I'll double check and make sure the exact ending date on that. So anyway, everybody has their own password for the school, even kindergartners.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, and I know I saw Miss Champagne had a cool video, so I know that y'all usually talk about Leader and Me, so whoever wants to go first.
Okay, real quick. Each class will make a video correlating to the 7 habits. So this was my class, and they did pretty much most of it on their own. So.
And I have recess reading. This is where we got the idea.
I got an idea. How about we count down with ones and twos? Okay. The ones will go first today, and the twos will go first tomorrow. I'll count out ones and twos. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, what are you doing? Why are you not paying attention? Why are you reading a stupid book? What happened? He bumped into me while it's probably just a bully. Yeah, he's just a big bully, but we are still your friends. Okay. Dude, why'd you push him? Because he was in the way. But we were just in a circle talking about the book, and you just came out of nowhere and pushed him. And I thought his book was awesome. Yeah. I think we should go tell him sorry. I'm sorry. I was just angry and I took it out on you. You want to go play basketball? First, it's okay. You can guess.
Any other teachers want to share anything tonight? What, about anything? Don't have to be here to do anything.
My kids like recording their data on our class chart in our room. They like to see, oh look, I'm with their friends competing on, oh, I mastered my +3s or -3s or whatever it is, or look how many AR points I got all the way to the end. And one thing I started was recording our end of the year, like our end of the 9 weeks, what percentage of my class met their reading goal and their math goal, and then we, at the end of the second 9 weeks, we compared, okay guys, do we go up, do we go down, so they get excited about, as a class, have we increased our percent of class, participation in it, so they like that. So that was something new that I added to my leadership wall this year. So we just did it for the third 9 weeks, and they were excited, so.
Well, I guess we can share. Ms. Barbie and I, we're not teachers, we're the counselors, but we do have a website that is up and running, and if you would ever want to refer your child to come and speak to any one of us, it doesn't have to be for things going on at home. It can be grades, it can be maybe they have a friend that's giving them trouble. You can now refer online through our website, and we automatically get the referral, both of us, and it's confidential. We don't have to tell the teacher anything. We strictly confidential. So that's an option. Check out our website, and I can send it to you again to maybe share, and we can do it that way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I clicked through it. It was pretty cute.
Oh, good. I need to update it. Yeah. And we also send out a newsletter that way. It's digital too, and it just we have a part about each habit that we discuss each month. We give different resources that we could share with y'all, different books, even. Anything that y'all need, please feel free to email us, get in touch with us, however we can help y'all.
We also let y'all know what kind of lessons we're doing too.
Correct.
So,
What's the website?
School counselors, Woodvale school counselors.
You can definitely find it.
URL.
You can find it on the Woodvale Elementary School website, and then we'll post a link on the PTC website and on our Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Check it out.
All right. Anybody else?
Do we need to mention Leadership Day Friday?
Oh, yes,
That's
thank
next.
you,
Yep.
it's a biggie.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Leadership Day this Friday, March 23rd from 8:30 to 10:30. And all parents and the community members that we send out invitations to and other schools, representatives from schools will be here hopefully in attendance. And the kids are looking forward to it.
It'll
Do we
start
just
off with
go
a
check in the office?
You're gonna check in right here in the hallway. We're gonna have a little table set up.
And it'll start off with the Synergy Assembly in the back. So if you've never seen one, that'll be in the back, and then there'll be a little schedule.
Right. But you still come to the front.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I think that's it.
Okay. I don't know if I'm pointing at myself. All right. So just a couple last reminders. Tomorrow is Rock Your Socks Day, so everybody can wear crazy socks. I have a copy of the flyer here. And this is for World Down Syndrome Day. And then you'll get a notice home probably tomorrow afternoon, but everybody can bring sunglasses for the Synergy Assembly on Leadership Day.
That is correct also, yes.
All right. Does anybody have any questions before we go? Okay. We'll see everybody next month. We'll be voting for our new officers. But that's it. Thank you all for coming and watching.
Thank you.